Welcome back to BBLB. It's day 19. The time is 1:58 with no time to waste. It's Jade Goody, everyone. Jade. All right, a couple of days to take it in. How do you feel about your behaviour from the second stint in the House now? Because from our point of view, I mean, disappointing isn't the word, really, is it?
No. I feel like I've let myself down, and I've let a lot of people down as well. My actions and my rant, my anger was not acceptable, or the argument that I had, I didn't actually realise that it was as nasty as what it was until I watched it, and I actually am really disgusted with myself because I'm a mum as well.
OK. Now, you denied being a racist, categorically. But having watched the footage back, can you understand why so many people have come on this show, why so many people in the papers and so many people in the streets are just so adamant that you are, and you're annoyed that you are?
Yes, I can, because of some of the things that I had said, and my actions were not right. I didn't necessarily know that when I've always argued, I could have been arguing with anybody in that house, it would have been the same. It wasn't just that I was swearing the F word a lot at Shilpa, and it would have only been at Shilpa. It would have been the same to everybody, which is not acceptable, and I've realised that the anger side of me is not correct, but I've never known any other way to argue other than that. And
is that an excuse, though?
No, I'm not trying to make excuses for myself, or say that, or try to say that what I did was justified or anything, because it wasn't. My behaviour, I hold my hands up, my behaviour was wrong and was nasty, and I can see why a lot of people would have been offended by that, and I can, you know, and who am I to say that what I say isn't racist? I didn't know that what I said could have been so offensive. But I understand why it would have. I understand why it would have, and I am sincerely sorry, and I promise to God I am, and to Shilpa's parents to think that they've had to watch their daughter go through what they've had to see her go through. It's not nice, because I wouldn't have wanted to see my children go through that, and I do mean I'm sorry, and I'm sorry to, obviously I've said I'm sorry to Shilpa, and she's accepted that, and I know sorry won't change people's opinions or people's minds, but I'm not saying it for that. I'm saying it directly to Shilpa's parents. I'm sorry for putting her through what I did.
But even if we just, for want of a better word, bank the racism in that you didn't mean it as racist, even though that's no excuse and it's been interpreted as such, why were you so horrible to her? Because you were just, I mean, the three of you as well just sort of ganged up on it. And it was just so uncomfortable to watch. I
didn't know that, you know, I could obviously see that the vibes were formed, and I could see that I got on better with other people than I did other people, and it wasn't, I didn't actually know that what I was doing and what I was saying was like, I didn't think I was being a bully until I watched it, and when I watch it, yes, I can say that the three of us sitting there maybe having a giggle or doing things, but you know,
like Wolf Boy and mimicking her accent.
No. Wolf Boy, no. You know, Cleo is one of the nicest people I've ever met, and she said the words Wolf Boy. Shilpa was saying Wolf Boy because Shilpa came out with cream on her face, and we was like, Shilpa, are you about to shave? And Shilpa said, I used to shave.
All right, but what about mimicking the accent?
Mimicking the accent, you know, does that make Carol a racist for mimicking my accent? Does that make Leo? No, Leo wasn't in there. Does that make I'm looking around, anybody else an accent? No, Shilpa mimicked my accent. Shilpa did a Cockney accent, but I'd never think to say, Shilpa, that's racist.
But be that as it may, you were on top of it all the time, Jade, and that's what from people
mimicking the accent was as a group.
All right, but you're on top of it all the time in terms of the bullying. Did you never think to yourself, you never stop and put your foot on the ball and just go, oh God, I am being a bit harsh on this woman?
Yeah, I did, and that's when I had a conversation with her a night before, and I said to her, do you know what, Shilpa, I've not once gone out to her room and said I hate you, because I don't. I was not sure about you, and I just didn't know if the things you did were sincere or were genuine. And I said that to her, and it wasn't in a way to make her upset or to feel bad.
Would you have had that conversation with her if Big Brother hadn't have intervened?
No, that was before. That was before the big Oxo Cube fight. That was before I'd been told about what I had said about it. That was before all of that. I had that conversation with her, and I kissed her that night, and I said, you know what? Let's start off again. And the next morning, we got on. We played games with each other. I went out of my way. I made it a conscious effort to think.
So what happened with the Oxo Cube moment? Because weirdly, even though the accusation of racism couldn't be chucked at you there. That was one of the most uncomfortable bits of television.
Yeah, and you know, within my biggest rage, I never said, I'm not justifying myself or my actions because, yes, they were wrong, and I'm the first to admit my actions were wrong. But within the Oxo Cube argument, I actually even said sorry because she was like, well, you're calling me a liar. And then she backtracked and said she didn't say that. And I was like, fine, I apologise, you're not a liar. I apologise for that. And I thought it would be left. And then it went on to waste and the chicken and all stuff like that. And then it's got completely blown out of proportion. But in my biggest rage, I never come out with a racist comment. In my biggest rage, I didn't. The comments I came out with, people were saying, I said, go back to the slums. I didn't. I said, quote, I said, you need to spend a day in the slums and see that, because she was calling me comment, and see that most of your fans are like me, comment, and not educated.
That is taking
I did say that.
But in terms of the three of you, you were sort of the ringleader, and the other two kind of went with you. Did you not ever think to stop that?
I truly don't see myself as this big person that can get people behind me and do things. I haven't, and I've now looked at myself and I now see that I have got that about me, but without even knowing I've got it. I never once said to Danielle or Joe, oh, don't you dare talk to her, or this. No, I haven't, and I would never put into people's mind. In my biggest rage, when I had that argument with Shilpa, my first words to Cleo was, go and see if Shilpa's all right, Cleo. And to Danielle and Joe, you don't have to sit here with me. I never hold it against you, go and see.